Hi, it's Tara Green, and I'm going to talk about Coinbase here today that's launching early this morning today on April the 14th as Venus enters Taurus. Venus rules money, finances, values, and Taurus rules the bull market, of course, usually tangible assets. But while Uranus, the planet of the internet, of cryptocurrencies, is in Taurus, that's why all the attention is turning to that. Now, Coinbase was launched June the 20th, 2012. In San Francisco. I have no birth time, so I'm using noon because it's a public company with the sun, the essence, the ego, the identity of the company at 29 degrees of Gemini, which makes it the most critical, crucial, the most Gemini asset of all. So it's all about marketing, about sales, about communications. This Coinbase has a lot of Gemini energy. Its south node, it's coming from a place of marketing, communications, conjunct Venus retrograde, interestingly enough, and Jupiter in Gemini. So that's a lot of Gemini energy. So again, Venus is the highest elevated planet retrograde in Gemini. That was during the historical Venus crossed the sun earlier in June 2020. So that was a very major historical event that won't be repeated for another 123 years. But the sun at the last degree of Gemini is on the pole star, the North Pole star. And so anyone born on that day, on the 19th, on the 20th, is connected to that famous star, the North Pole star. Okay, and they're always, everything revolves around them. Now, the moon at noon was actually at 12 degrees of Cancer as well. That is the position of the most powerful and beautiful star in the sky, the largest star in the sky, Sirius. And the U.S. sun is at 13 degrees of Cancer because that's where the sun is on July the 4th. Again, this is what the ancient Egyptians, Masons worshipped. I mean, it is the most beautiful, very color, it changes color all the time, Sirius. So sense of death and rebirth, immortality connected to this star, and then Mercury is at 22 degrees of Cancer as well. So there's something about it's a valued asset. It's comforting. It feels safe somehow, or it offers the sense of emotional safety. It has Mars in Virgo, so it's a collectible asset for other kinds of finance. Saturn and Libra, again, Saturn and Libra is about legal systems and balancing things out. Its North Node is in Sagittarius, which means it's a big international business asset. It has Pluto in early Capricorn there. You can see it's a fairly complex chart on this day. Pluto squaring Uranus, again, Uranus in Aries at that time. This was right when Pluto and Uranus were having their first squares. Actually, you can see that they're both at 8 degrees of Aries and Capricorn. And so the number 8 then, which, in the world market, the number 8 is the symbol of wealth in China, the symbol of good luck, the symbol of all the directions. So the 8th sign is, if you do degree theory, it is the sign of Scorpio, which is the sign of assets and wealth and birth and death, transformation. Interesting enough, it has Neptune and Pisces conjunct Chiron in the 6th house of work and service. So Neptune is kind of an ephemeral thing, of course. Neptune and Pisces is about projections and illusions and delusions and oil, things that are happening behind the scenes, which, of course, Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies were pretty hidden and pretty secretive in the beginning. What else have we got here? Yeah, the South Node in Gemini. Okay, South Node in Gemini. Now, the interesting thing about the transits today as this Coinbase is launched is that it's having a nodal reversal. So the North and South nodes of the moon, which regulate eclipses, take about 18 plus years to go around. So you can see that they're opposite. So the North Node now in Gemini is conjunct the South Node of the Coinbase launch. And so that's a kind of bringing things up to speed. It's been 9 years almost since it was launched. So 9 years is an archetypal cycle of completion. The other thing is Neptune is making a trine. Neptune and Pisces is at 22 degrees. It is in the 7th house of all others. Trining Mercury in Cancer and trining Juno, the feminine form of genius, in Scorpio. So that's a nice water trine. Pluto's been, kicking Coinbase's butt for the last couple of years as well. Pluto's in Capricorn. They're already up at 26 degrees, but it has been squaring Saturn for most of the time. So gaining speed there. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, is right now at, late 26 degrees of Aquarius there. Again, has been trining Saturn and Libra, and is trining the Sun at 29 degrees of Gemini. So again, Jupiter always brings wealth and expansion. Saturn is making it take more seriously. Saturn's around 9, 10 degrees of Aquarius there as well. So as since Jupiter and Saturn came together on December 21st, 2020, all the cryptocurrencies, like right on time, became very serious. Okay, Neptune is also, opposite Mars. Yeah, that's a big one. Okay, so Neptune opposite Mars, because Mars in Virgo rules accountants and organizations and taking care of details. Neptune is kind of this uplifting, kind of spiritual projection, almost like a savior complex. So in a way, you do have to be careful here about what's going on. Chiron, the wounded healer, is in Uranus, so I think there's still some vulnerability here around this, although I'm sure the IPO will be a good one, with Venus just entering Taurus, her home sign, today. So I do believe that these people use astrologers because it's the best day to launch anything to do with money, values, as Venus reaches her home sign of 0 degrees of Taurus, which is in the 8th house, again, of getting other people's money. And you can see a lot of that Aries energy that was all lined up. The Aries Newman is in the 8th house of money exchange. So I would say, yep, looks pretty good. If you want to buy into Coinbase, yeah, I would highly recommend it. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarottarot.com. Many blessings.